All right. So for this afternoon, I'll be discussing with you our machine experiment number 6, entitled Automated Spice Data Comparison and Visualization Script using MATLAB. So as for the background and purpose, so basically I created a script, a MATLAB script, and this script is designed to automatically compare and visualize data from two SPICE simulation files. So basically we have two SPICE simulation files, the PSpice and the FastSpice. So I make use of MATLAB to compare the results between the outputs of PSpice and FastSpice. It imports the data from Excel file. So the data are coming from Excel, and it calculates the percentage difference. So kino-compare niya yung difference between the two and checks for variations within a specified tolerance and creates a visual plot highlighting any differences. So ganun din, meron din tayong plot and then meron din tayong sinet na tolerance so that we could compare the results between these two simulation results. Additionally, it generates a log file documenting the indices and percentage differences for further analysis. So aside from seeing the results visually, meron din siyang nakikreate na log file na pwede nating balikan na doon nakalagay yung comparison results. So as per the objective, so we have three here. First one is data import and validation. So the script aims to automate the comparison of the two data sets, both in Excel files, yung PSpice nga at saka yung FSpice or FastSpice. And then they are being imported into MATLAB, ensuring their dimensions match and validating the data for any discrepancies. And the number two, tolerance-based difference analysis. So the script also calculates the percentage difference between corresponding elements of the data sets and checks if these differences fall within a specified tolerance. In this case, I set only 5%. So depende yan, pwedeng 10%, 7%. It also identifies and reports any variations beyond the defined tolerance. And then finally, the visualization and logging. The script generates a visual representation of the compared data sets by plotting them and marking any differences on a graph. Additionally, it also creates a log file in the scripts directory documenting the indices and percentage differences of values that exceed the tolerance. So kita mo agad doon kung ano yung lumampas doon sa given tolerance sa 5%. And then andun siya dun sa same directory kung saan nakastore yung ating script. This log file also serves as a record for further analysis and documentation. So, the next step, after understanding the background and the introduction, kailangan i-lay down natin yung pseudocode steps before natin magawa yung MATLAB script. So, yung una, kailangan muna you get the path of the current MATLAB script. That is very important when you make use of MATLAB. So, make sure na lahat naka-compact yung directory doon sa command window. And then we import the data from the Excel files, diba? So, meron kang dalawang ipiprepare na Excel file, isang PSpice and FSpice. And then we also define the tolerance value, in this case 5%. We also check if the dimensions of the two datasets, data 1 and data 2, match. If dimensions match, then we proceed to step 5. If the dimensions do not match, so we print an error message and then exit. So napaka-important nun for the data validation purposes para makuha natin yung desirable results natin when we do the comparison. And then of course, we calculate the percentage difference between the corresponding elements of the data sets using this formula. Percentage difference is equal to the absolute value of data minus data 2 all over data 1. And then we check if the percentage difference is within the specified tolerance. We display differences beyond the tolerance. If no differences beyond tolerance, we print the two data sets are within the specified tolerance. If differences are found beyond tolerance, then we proceed to next step. Yan. Then we also display indices of differences and percentage difference for various values not meeting tolerance. We create a log file. Ang pangalan ng log file, comparison underscore log. So it's a text file that you could open in Notepad in the scripts directory. And then write header information to the log file, write data or indices and percentage differences to the log file, then we close the log file. Then print a message indicating that the log file has been created. Then we do the plotting. We plot data 1 and data 2 with marked differences on a graph. Then we label and customize the plot. If there are differences beyond tolerance, we display the graph with marked tolerance. If there are no differences beyond tolerance, we display the graph without marked differences, and then we end the script. So, ganun din. Kailangan in your propose, dapat clear sa'yo what are the steps before you proceed with the MATLAB script. And then, since meron na tayong pseudocode, meron na tayong steps, that's the time we will prepare the MATLAB script. So, ito yung ating MATLAB script. Pinangalanan ko siya na compare.m. And then, relative yung ating directory. Kaya, kung saan nakalagay po yung mga scripts po natin along with the log file and also the data sets, i-copy paste mo lang yung directory then ilagay mo lang siya doon sa ating command window sa MATLAB. So the provided MATLAB code simply compares the two data sets imported from Excel files, data 1 and data 2. Then first, it retrieves the path of the current script and reads the data from the Excel files. Definitely, ganun yung ginagawa na kailangan niyang basahin yung data from the directory that you have specified. And then we define tolerance of 5%. And the code checks if the dimensions of the two data sets match. If they match, it calculates the percentage difference between corresponding elements of the data sets and checks if the differences are within the specified tolerance. If the differences are found beyond the tolerance, it simply displays the indices, percentage differences, and creates a log file with this information in the scripts directory. Finally, it plots the two data sets and marks the differences on the graph, if any, providing a visual representation of the comparison. So yan po yun. I simply make use of the if-else statement, and then may mga comments naman tayo in percentage. And then dun sa last part natin, of course, andun na yung plotting the data with marked differences. And then andyan din yung pag-store ng file doon sa ating log file. And then ito naman yung ating sample trial lang. So when we do the comparison, ayan. And then that's it. So, ang ginawa ko dyan, syempre, nakastore dito sa machine 6. Yan, dito ko nilagay yung file. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na compare.m na MATLAB script. And then, ito naman yung log file na kinreate na comparison underscore log. And then, I have two data sets from Excel file. Yung isa ay fspice. Ayan, ito yon. Yung fspice, ang pangalan niya ay data2. So, these are the data that I have for now. So, 11 lang. Of course, pwede mo siyang dagdagan. And then, for the pspice, ganun din. So, ito naman yung data 1 ko. So, ang data ko for pspice ay 1 to 10. Ang data ko naman sa fspice ay 1.0 hanggang 10.2. So, ang purpose ay to compare the two and to compare kung within 5% tolerance yung each row ng ating mga data. Then, yung ma-expect mo na output ng comparison log, ito. Ipipresent niya sa'yo yung mga differences beyond tolerance na nakita niya dun sa index 8 at saka 9. And then, piniprint niya rin kung ano yung percentage difference noong dalawang kinompare na data. So, it happens to be yung index 8 at saka index 9, hindi nila na-meet yung 5% na sinet natin na tolerance. So, ganun lang din, when you, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, ikakopy mo lang dito yung directory, then makikita mo na dito yung MATLAB script, and then you simply have to run. And then, of course, when you run, ma-generate niya na agad yung ating comparison ng data from pspice and fastspice. Obviously, yung blue, yun yung ating pspice. And then, yung nakikita naman po natin na broken red line, that is the fastspice. And of course, yung dalawang index na hindi na-meet yung 5% tolerance, yun yung may dalawang circle for the differences. And then, piniprint din natin yan dito. Yung differences per values not meeting tolerance, we have 0.1 and 0.0556. And then, yun nga, nagkikreate din tayo ng log file to show the results. Alright. Thank you.